Recording in progress.
Hello and welcome to another amazing video on the Disabled Explorer YouTube channel and all the other platforms that I share this on. Hope everyone's having a great Monday afternoon or at whatever time you guys are watching this on. And that the weather is a little better wherever you guys are. It is currently a chilly 2 degrees plus 2 degrees Celsius here in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, or it is a chilly 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit for those in the Fahrenheit uh, schedule, template in forecast. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to recap what happened on Friday Night SmackDown from the T-Mobile Arena before WrestleMania Weekend happened this past weekend, which I will cover on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Wednesday I'll do night one, and Thursday I will do night two. Tomorrow I'm a little busy, so that's why I'm going to be doing it on Wednesday and Thursday. Sorry, but also in today's video I will preview what will happen on tonight's very anticipated Raw After Mania, which is not the most anticipated Raw of the year because most new superstars make their debut or returns at this Raw After Mania. So I will preview that, but before I do, I'd like to say a great hello and welcome the the sponsor of this video, Learn Portugal. Hmm, hmm. If use this special guidebook, activity book, to get the kids started on their European Portuguese journey. This screen-free resource, which is intended for multilingual families, offers parents guidance in English at every stage. So they have an example in English and a word in Portuguese of Portugal. The full workbooks, activity books, which focuses on uh, 25 carefully chosen European Portuguese words, provides enough exposure and repetition to boost your young learner's confidence. If that seems useful and interesting to your family, I'll include the link to purchase these books in the description below of my video of today's video. Again, thank you to Learn Portugal for the sponsoring this video. And these books come in 4 categories, and ironically, it's the colors of the Portuguese flag. So this book is a green book. It's food and nature. There's a blue book which I'll do next week. Is category themed home and transportation. The the red book, sorry, is clothing and body. And the orange book are animals and insects. Again, the link is in the description below. And again, thank you to Learn Portugal for sponsoring this video. Now, on with today's video, which will be the preview of SmackDown from the T-Mobile Arena. Ironically, both Raw Tonight and last Friday SmackDown are both in were both in the T-Mobile Arena. Raw is tonight, SmackDown was Friday night past. But here we go with Friday Night SmackDown from the T-Mobile Arena as we prepare for WrestleMania Weekend. Right. Okay. The road to WrestleMania 42, opening uh, Randy Orton's Randy Orton's declaration. The night kicked off with a striking moment as Randy Orton and Pat McAfee rolled into the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. After signing their deal with Nick Aldis, Orton stepped into the ring and delivered one of the most pivotal promos of his career. Uh, he credited Pat for helping him discover his true self, permission to simply be Randy Orton. But he turned that message inward, blasting Cody Rhodes for breaking down, for, uh, for blasting Cody Rhodes for being a taker rather than a giver. Take is Cody Rhodes, what Randy Orton said that Cody Rhodes was, because he never gave. He was never a giver. Orton laid out a brutal friendship breakdown, getting put through tables, having his back when Cody never reciprocated. Tomorrow, Saturday, this past Saturday, at WrestleMania 42, which I'll recap on Thursday, no, Wednesday, sorry, he vowed to reclaim his legacy and capture his 15th World Championship. The RKO awaited. Next was the eight-man tag team street fight at the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. Chaos erupted as as two of wrestling's most intense factions tore into each other in a no-holds-barred affair. The Riot Six brought the fight early, but the MFTs, led by the dominant Solo Sikoa, weathered the storm and seized control. Tables, chairs, uh, and kendo sticks flew freely as both teams gave everything they had. The turning point came when Solo blocked a Sister Abigail attempt uh, and delivered a Samoan spike to secure the victory for the MFTs. However, post-match tension boiled over when Solo had stern words for Tama Tonga, hinting at brewing internal conflict within the group. Uh, Next was a backstage shenanigans, R-Truth and Damian Priest. R-Truth and Damian Priest crossed paths backstage when Truth's conspiracy theories reached reached new heights. Sorry, he swore Asuka had cursed them, and that somehow Kofi Kingston had Grayson Waller, uh, turned Grayson Waller right and given him a British accent. Priest tried to inject some reality into the situation, but Truth remained convinced. something supernatural was afoot. And it was it was peak R-Truth chaos. He's usually not really there, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the next thing was The Miz and Maurice's disrupted vow renewal. While what should have been a beautiful moment turned chaotic when Danhausen crashed The Miz and Maurice's vow renewal renewal ceremony. With Kit Wilson's with Kit Wilson's encouragement, Danhausen cursed the bride and sent her flying into the cake. As Danhausen sampled the vanilla frosting, the Miz could only launch in horror. Peak WWE absurdity at its best. I love the Danhausen segments. I love Danhausen. Royce Key's emotional video package. WWE step took a step back to honor Royce Key's, aka Powerhouse Hobbs' journey. The rising star reflected on his roots in East Palo Alto and the memory of his mother who he'd lost. He spoke about how her pride in him drives his mission, and how tapping into emotion emotion makes him stronger rather than weaker. It was a powerful reminder of what WrestleMania means to those competing on its stage. Uh, Jacob Fatu, Jacob Fatu's police arrival was next. In a shocking entrance, Jacob Fatu arrived via police car and hopped onto atop the vehicle's roof to send a message to Drew McIntyre. Fatu made it clear he's turned his life around and shunned, uh, shamed by, won't be shamed by Drew McIntyre's attempts to use his past against him. Saturday, Saturday night at WrestleMania in the unsanctioned match, it would be it would be about proving his transformation and putting in putting Drew McIntyre's career in his rear view mirror. The intensity was palpable. Women's Championship Mind Games. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill took to the mic, but Rhea Ripley had other plans. Appearing on the apron to cut her off, Rhea promised to embarrass Jade at WrestleMania and called out her avoidance. Jade fired back with barbs of barbs about Rhea being a cosplay goth kid, uh, claiming she was everything Rhea wished to be. Rhea countered by noting she's been multi-time world champion and thrives on the very insecurities Jade mock, mocked. The the two women's hate for each other was genuine, and Saturday night couldn't come fast enough. The next segment was Solo's post-match instructions. Solo pulled aside the MFTs and commanded Talat to win the upcoming Battle Royal and bring home the Andre the Giant trophy back back to him. He also announced plans to negotiate getting the tag titles back, solidifying his grip on power within the group. WWE Women's United States Championship #1 contender match saw Jordan Grace go against Tiffany Stratton. The explosive athleticism athletes collided in a hard-hitting affair that saw both women push each other to the limits. Grace raw power clashed with Stratton's technical wrestling and acrobatic offense. The match ma- seesawed back and forth. The match seesawed back and forth with near falls coming rapid fire. Um, rap- in the end, however, Tiffany countered Grace's vertebra breaker attempt with a handspring cutter, followed by a Finley slam and the uh, prettiest moonsault ever to secure the victory and earn her shot at the Women's U.S. Championship in the near future. After the match, Tiffany had some choice words for Julia, who is the current U.S. Women's Champion. Uh, Next was WWE Tag Team Championship match. Damian Priest and R-Truth versus The New Day. The champs faced off at a makeshift uh, uh, faced up against a makeshift team of Kofi Kingston and Grayson Waller of all people in a bout that quick that saw quick tags and constant momentum shifts. Truth and Priest work together seamlessly, wearing down their opponents with isolation tactics before mounting their comeback. After a hot tag to Priest, he unleashed his arsenal of tricks for arms and high flying high flying offense. The finishing sequence saw Truth and Priest execute their assisted flatliner to Roller, and they retained their WWE Tag Team Championship belts. Next, we saw uh, the WrestleMania set revealed. The stunning WrestleMania 42 stage design was unveiled, showcasing the production team's creativity, creative vision, sorry, for wrestling's biggest night and weekend. Trick Williams called out Sami Zayn as the gingerbread man. Trick Williams came out to with fire in his eyes, upset that Sami Zayn had kicked his best friend Little Yachty last week. Trick claimed Zayn had damaged his WrestleMania entrance moment. He demanded they settle things right then and there on Friday Night SmackDown. Uh, in introducing a gingerbread man costume in reference to Sami Zayn's entrance themes. Themes. When what when the real Sami Zayn emerged to cut Trick down, um, calling him an unproven rookie, facing one of the best to ever do it, Trick clapped back, uh, dis- disrespecting Sammy's new look and attitude before throwing a gingerbread man insult back at him. Um, the tension boiled over when Sammy threw the U.S. Championship and planted Kirk Williams with a right hand. They brawled, with Kirk eventually hitting the trick shot on the gingerbread man before standing tall with the title. But, yeah, standing tall with the title. SmackDown's main event had delivered delivered the drama. Cody Rhodes arrives. The undisputed WWE champion pulled up to the pulled up in his tour bus, ready for his go home promo before WrestleMania weekend. Tag team match Chaos saw Charlexa and versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss faced off against Bailey and Lyra Valkyria in a tag team bout that would never got a chance to fully develop. The match ended in no contest when the tag team champions, the irresistible forces, Nia Jax and Last Legend, invaded the ring, destroying everyone in sight. After clearing the ring of all four competitors, the women's tag team champions stood tall, holding their belts high and and sending a clear message. They're the dominant forces headed into WrestleMania. Uh, on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal was next. The night's main event match saw the saw dozens of superstars battle it out for glory and bragging rights. Bodies flew everywhere over the top rope in rapid succession as the action never stopped. The final hour came down to Talatonga. The final four, sorry, came down to Talatonga, Royce Keys, Aleister Black, and Chad Gable's Otis. In the end, though, it was Royce Keys who outlasted them all. That was pretty given. Catching Tala with a spinebuster and clothesline, clotheslining him over the top rope to claim victory. Key's journey from his tough East Palo Alto roots, standing over the Andre the Giant trophy, made for an emotional final image. Uh, the WrestleMania Go Home promo from Cody Rhodes, and surprisingly, CM Punk appeared as well. Cody Rhodes stepped into the ring to address his WrestleMania challenge against Randy Orton, dismissing conspiracy theories about his previous two WrestleMania losses. He called out Randy for never taking responsibility for his own actions, citing, citing 2009 as proof. Before Cody could continue, however, CM Punk made his way to the ring. Surprisingly, the two embraced as friends and fellow champions, both headlining WrestleMania on their respective days. Punk shared some words of encouragement, telling Cody to stay focused on Randy Orton and reminding him of the journey that brought him here. Cody, in turn, paid tribute to Punk's return, unpairing, comparing him to a potential new Mr. WrestleMania and thanking him for his mentorship. He honored Punk's uh, work ethic. His training with wrestling legends and his triumphant return after a decades long away. Their respect was genuine, and their embrace was heartfelt. As the music hit, as the music hit, Punk grabbed the mic again, one last time, and to deliver a powerful closing message. These champions belonged to the fans, to you guys, the WWE Universe, as much as as much as it belonged to them, and they were here to celebrate. Then, with a laugh and a promise to cry on Sunday and Saturday after beating their respected opponents, Roman Reigns and um Randy Orton, CM Punk exited to close out the unforgettable night that on the road to WrestleMania 42 weekend. I hope you guys liked, and that's a wrap, folks. Sorry, SmackDown delivered the goods as WrestleMania 42 loomed just 24 and 48 hours away, both Saturday and Sunday this past weekend. I hope you guys liked the recap from SmackDown from the T-Mobile Arena. If you did, click the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, and if you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe. I'm at 435 subscribers on YouTube. I would love to reach more heights. The higher, the better. 500 or more. That would be great. But it all can't happen with all of you. Thank you very much in advance. Now I'm going to preview tonight's most anticipated Raw of the year. The Raw After Mania, which will see many surprise returns and debuts. Monday Night Raw preview for April the 20th, 2026. The Aftermath begins on Netflix. WrestleMania 42 is in the books, and tonight the dust settles. The T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas becomes ground zero for Monday Night Raw as WWE's elite process process the seismic shakeups from WrestleMania's wrestling's grandest stage. Expect the unexpected because uh because in the wake of WrestleMania, anything can and most likely will happen. Roman Reigns makes his championship champion's statement. The tribal chief didn't take a victory lap or break. Instead, Roman Reigns will walk through the curtain as the newly crowned WWE World Heavyweight Champion after dethroning the Second City Saint CM Punk at WrestleMania Sunday. What does the OTC have to say? What's his first move as the top champion, the head of the table, heading into a fresh era? Find out live tonight as Roman Reigns makes his championship entrance and statement. And that's just the beginning, folks. With WrestleMania Fallout gripping through the entire roster, tonight's show promises surprises from every corner. New contenders will emerge, champions will make proclamations, alliances will shift. The landscape of Monday Night Raw and the WWE has fundamentally changed, and you won't want to miss a single moment of it. How you can watch it, you ask? Tune in tonight, Monday, April 20th, 2026, at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific, on from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, streaming live on Netflix. Make sure, mark your calendar. This is night one of the next chapter. I hope you guys liked that preview for Monday Night Raw. If you did, if you haven't already, click the thumbs up icon. That would be greatly appreciated. And again, if you're new, please feel free to subscribe, share this video. All my details are in the description below. I would really love to go up into the 500 mark, but it all can't happen again without you. And again, thank you to uh, the sponsor of this video, uh, Learn Portugal, and the link to buy these books, which would be greatly appreciated. It would really help the channel and the author out. The link is in the description below. Thank you again, Learn Portugal, for sponsoring this video. Until Wednesday, because I have a bit of an appointment tomorrow, but until Wednesday, where I will review Monday Night Raw and Night One of WrestleMania Weekend, which was this past Saturday. Um, until then, have a great Monday afternoon. Uh, keep curious, keep warm if it's cold out wherever you guys are, and keep positive. And as I always love to say, keep on smiling. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.